Alright, everybody, it is that time again. It's time to travel. As I stand here in the shining light, the bright, blinding light of the rising sun, but we are going to get a drink of water. I'm going to take some ephedrine, because that is the secret magical cure to popping ears. And then we're going to get started on this journey, which is a journey back up home. Heading all the way from here, Charleston, South Carolina, up to Fairbanks, Alaska.
And pre-boarding families with car seats and strollers, you may pre-board on 1312.
Disappointed that unfortunately this is the only angle I could get you. But that out there, probably a fair number of you should recognize, is an MD88. One of the last MD88s. Delta's retiring them this year to replace them with CS100s. So, not entirely positive, but very likely this is going to be my last ever flight on a McDonnell Douglas aircraft. Once these are retired, then in terms of civilian service, they're all gone. The only thing that'll be left are cargo freighter MD-10s and MD-11s, but even the freight companies are retiring those in the early 2020s. So those will soon be gone too. And then the only remaining legacy of McDonnell Douglas on this earth will be my favorite combat aircraft, the F-15 Eagle, for however long the Air Force decides to keep that around for. But like I said, this is essentially my final trip on a McDonnell Douglas aircraft. So this is a sad flight, but I will get the takeoff, the landing, or at least I'll try to. I have an aisle seat. I'm just going to hope the person in the window will switch with me. So I'll try to catch everything for you as much as I can. Let the tears stream down. Farewell, McDonnell Douglas. Alright, we're about to get going. Like I said, it's an MD88. One of the last ones before they're all retired. So this is more than likely going to be the last time I'm ever going to get to fly on one. And thank the Lord, got a seat right over the wing. So should be able to catch all the decent action for you guys as we take off and land. And also, I want to see how old and rickety this thing is. If you look up through there, you can actually see through the cracks and crevices. You can see the oxygen masks and the oxygen feed tubes going to them. Good old McDonnell Douglas. No lie though, I really am gonna miss them. So I'll switch it back on once it all gets started.
Your seatbelt is fastened, your seat back is tray table in their upright in one position and all of us are lowered.
now in Atlanta. One of the, oh, no, never mind, you probably can't see it. Yeah, sorry, I thought you would be able to see past the glare, but I'd have to actually go right up to the window for that. There was a 757 pulling into the gate. We are now officially in Atlanta, one of the more interesting airports. And ooh, what do we have here? Looks like an A3. It's like an A321. Given the narrow funnel engines. But yeah, we're in Atlanta. As you can probably see, this is Terminal or Concourse B. And Atlanta, for anyone who somehow may have not known, Atlanta is enormous. Like, mind-numbingly enormous. They're up to 6, I think. 6 or 7 terminals, concourses now. And each of them is basically like a mile long. Just this. Oh, look. Garbage. The meaning of my life. And, oh. Random stuffed animal shop. So, I was going to get footage of myself right in front of the MD88 that I just came in on. Unfortunately, there were a bunch of people in front of it trying to sleep, so I wasn't going to be, be that guy who went and woke all of them up. Oh, there goes the 757 taxiing out. But here's a nice MD88 looking us straight down the nose. Now, this story has a happy ending because I told you when we first got on back in Charleston that I was likely going to be my last MD88 flight because Delta's retiring them this year. Well, I spoke to the pilots right after we got out, and they told me that that decision's been postponed due to issues with the timeliness with which Bombardier intends to deliver on Delta's CS-100 and CS-300 aircraft orders. So the two of them told me they expect these lovely old aircraft, remnants of McDonnell Douglas. There goes one now, up into the sky. The two of them told me they expect the MD88s are going to be around for probably another 5 years. So, happy ending. The MD88 is not going away just yet. Well, I don't know if you can see the milky, heated up air there, but that one just turned on its APU. So, that is not, or this was not the end of McDonnell Douglas. Not yet. It is coming, unfortunately. But we have gained a few more years. Okay, so, now that has been taken care of, we are off to venture ever further and deeper
Airport security alert. Please maintain control of your bags at all times.
very interruptive airport security alerts.
Activities to the nearest law enforcement official or TSA representative.
Got proof in the pudding, or proof of the pudding. Got your Midtown magazines. All the actual like restaurants and ice cream shops and stuff are usually towards the center of the concourse. where it has, you know, the train and everything that goes to the others. So we won't be seeing anything interesting for another minute. Normally I speed walk, but kind of carrying stuff this time. Well, I'm carrying stuff all the time, but normally I speed walk when I'm just walking around. So, like I was saying before, if you've never been to Atlanta, oh, looks like we've got Popeyes. If you've never been to Atlanta's airport before, it's absolutely enormous. 6, 7 concourses now, they're like a mile long each. However, it is a very, very nice airport to be in. Actually, there is a lot of stuff, and it's very, very decorative, and actually has, you know, like multiple colors around, as opposed to places like, say, Seattle and their SeaTac airport, where there's nothing in the airport except walls and chairs, and there's nothing visually appealing in Seattle's airport either. It's just, again, walls and chairs. But here in Atlanta, just like in Minneapolis and just like in Detroit, there is actually a world in here with all kinds of stuff. Restaurants of every make, every level, from fast food to fancy. Now, obviously I never eaten the fancy ones because I honestly don't feel like ever wasting my money in them normally, so why would I go into them and pay, you know, whatever price they're gonna charge inside of an airport. Fresh to order, Willie's Mexicana Grill, Asian Chow, Pascal's Southern Tradition. Just trying to get a look around, seeing what we have here in Terminal B. I'm not normally in this one. Ooh, I have an excellent viewing area. This will work nicely. So, stumbled across something interesting. This is the second half of Concourse B, and there's obviously either some kind of maintenance overhaul, or they just felt like replacing all of the ceiling tiles. Something my old high school really needed to do, given they were all covered in black mold. But the ones here in Atlanta aren't covered in black mold, so I'm assuming it's some kind of maintenance overhaul. Just so you guys can see, there's this awesome candy shop in here. You can come and blow all your money. But for now, we are skipping the candy shop, and we are going down. Down, down, down. Working aboard the plane train.
Please watch your steps getting on and off.
Please step on and off this escalator with care.
That, my friends, that is the definition of impatience. Young people nowadays. Oh, look, they made a creepy hallucinogenic green light subterranean tunnel, just like in Detroit. I guess they're making that a theme now. And here we wait for the plane train. And that's not a name I came up with. That's what it's actually called. You'll hear the announcements when it comes.
board the plane train. Please hold on. This train is departing.
The plane train, everybody. The conveniently placed all over. Guide screens. Find my flight. Seattle 150 A30. Okay. So, that means I am going to be on the complete and utter, absolute desolate end of the terminal hallway. So, it's going to be a long walk. We'll check out what's around here in Concourse A first, though. See if there's any good eats or anything. And if there's not, then still have like 3 hours till my flight. So we're just gonna go exploring Atlanta's airport now, aren't we? Those people who just got on don't count, but I was basically alone on that side of the escalator. I think walking around with a GoPro on a selfie stick kind of works as a repellent for other human beings. And I will definitely take that trick into consideration whenever I want to be left alone. As you can see, I did locate a place where I could actually acquisition some milk. Regular milk, all the stores like sell in their fridges are like that stupid muscle milk nastiness. So I am able to enjoy my stereotypical fuel. They consume one form of fuel, I consume another. Look at that beautiful 757 nose. Look at that 757 nose. I've gotten some great photography in this time around. Oh, there goes a Southwest 737. Ooh, that looks like an 800, as opposed to their regular 737 700s, which is almost the only thing they operate. Got my milk over there. Enjoy my chocolate. Then we're gonna continue wandering around. All right, hopping back on real quick to I'm gonna show you guys a neat place I found here at Atlanta Airport. It's in a terminal or Concourse A specifically. Now there's this restaurant here called P.F. Chang's. It's near the it's at the center where the escalators to go up and down to the plane train would be, and it's back near the massage place and the bookstore, and you actually have to go up this escalator to get to it because it's up on its own upper level, and it has this excellent, amazing viewing window area. This is a fantastic, perfect place to just plane spot and plane watch if you're in Atlanta's airport, and obviously you're an aviation enthusiast and you have a lot of time on your hands, which I do, because this layover I have today is 4 hours. I only have 2 hours left of it, but found this awesome viewing spot. Perfect. Got some photography in. Unfortunately, you'll notice a pattern that the aircraft will take off in one particular direction, one after another, for a period of time, up to half an hour. Then they'll switch, and they'll start taking off in like the other direction, but then they'll switch back again. So, and this is also right above the main little through highway thing they have, where all the aircraft maintenance vehicles come and go. But see, you got us a lovely MD88 there, Delta 737-900 over there, brand new. Another MD88 over there, and then beyond it an A321. this is a perfect spot. Just remember that. PF Chang's. It's PF Chang's Concourse A. So I came all the way down to the very end of Concourse A. So you can see, way down there, we're at the absolute end. Now, visually, right here at the end of Concourse A, at gate A34, visually, just with your eyes, this is a great place to plane watch and plane spot, because that's the end of the runway right there. They turn on right there, and then they turn on to the actual runway, and they take off in that direction, as well as you get plenty, like there's one coming in right now, they come in and land right here, right in front of you. However, these windows are, I don't know if you can see the dirt and stuff, these windows are not the cleanest. I don't know if they just haven't cleaned these recently, or if they don't tend to clean them that often. So filming stuff from here, and especially for me, trying to do photography out of these windows hasn't been really all that great. But visually, if you just want to sit and watch, it's a pretty good spot. But being right next to the end of the runway is still kind of its own thing. Again, since I'm a photographer, I just kind of wish the windows were cleaner. Or on the other hand, I just wish they would let me go outside. Even just like right up there, maybe sit there on that guardrail or something, or just right there on the steps. We all know that's not gonna happen. Scene change. We're in Seattle now. Good old-fashioned, mostly boring Seattle. Though, like I said last time, this particular terminal, they're trying hard. They're really trying hard to make it more interesting, and not just bland gray walls and black chairs. But they still have a long way to go. Actually, something that just impressed me. Seattle now has pet relief areas. It's fake grass, obviously, but they actually have little pet relief area alcoves for people traveling with like service dogs and stuff, or just regular pets. But most of the times, what I see are usually service animals. But they actually have areas for the pets to go to the bathroom. Well, unfortunately, that's the end of my photography adventures for today. The light has gotten too dim. I did manage to get quite a number of takeoffs though. So, this dining area here in Terminal or Concourse B, it has this magnificent viewing window. And you can see the runway right there. You can watch the takeoff, land, taxi. Right there, we have this whole little 5-strong army of Dash 400s. Look at that Dash 400. I love that overwing, and the like arch or the hump in the back where the overwing connects to the aircraft, and just the look of the elongated engines. Love the Dash 400. So yeah, Concourse B is basically the one good concourse in Seattle, and you definitely recommend coming here, particularly because of this view. Hopefully you will get to during the daytime. I only got about 15 minutes before the sunset over there, but it was a great 15 minutes. Now, I'm off to get some food. Well, that was nice for a little bit. Took a break, relaxed, sat in front of the window and just watched planes take off for like an hour. Had a 20-piece chicken nugget from Burger King. Also did try to get cheeseburger from Burger King, but just like everyone else, they just can't grasp the concept of a plain cheeseburger with extra cheese. Somehow that always translates into, you know, like triple meat patties and everything on it, pickles and mayonnaise and mustard and, you know, just all this like overloaded nonsense. And I just can't grasp it. How do you get that out of, you know, a plain cheeseburger with extra cheese? How does that translate into that?
Peter Arlotto, please return to American Airlines ticket counter
But
for your passport.
I should have learned to stop expecting human beings to be smart a long time ago. But that's my lesson to learn. Now just come up to my gate. One more flight tonight on this little adventure back up to Fairbanks. So we're just gonna chill here until it's time. And it does not look like, nope, does not look like our A319 has arrived just yet, but it should soon. And have our nice little 3-hour hop up to the frozen Arctic North. And what do you know, we're already back. Back home in Fairbanks, and our tiny little airport doesn't even have multiple segments, so there's no gate, you know, like for example, that's it right there. That's the entire arrivals and departure screen. There's no multiple sections or anything, so there's no like gate A1 and, you know, gate B17. There's no letters that everything's divided by even. It's all just, it's literally just gate 1 and gate 2, and it goes up to like 5 or 6, and that's the extent of it. Now my friends Nick and Kayla are supposed to be here to pick me up. I doubt we're going to see them for a little bit though, because lo and behold, we actually got here early, and I told them to expect me to get here late. So I don't think we'll be seeing them for a little bit. And here at the Fairbanks Airport, this bro is who welcomes you. Big bad Alaska brown bear. Oh no, they actually officially call him a grizzly bear. Unfortunately, there is no shirtless Vladimir Putin riding him, but you take what you can get. Just got notified Nick and Kayla are here, so it's time to go surprise them by shoving a GoPro in their face.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of that.
Wasn't actually dirty, but okay.
I touched them. What is this?
I don't want to be stabbed in the side by a snow scraper or whatever. You guys taking me to a holiday like usual? I still have chocolate on me and I have food in my room, but I need milk to go with it or else I'll die. But anyways, look who we got here. It's Nick and Kayla getting in on this this cringy selfie stick GoPro footage action.
Fly on the ramp and I was like, oh lord.
Okay, the selfie stick wasn't my idea. That was my dad. My dad's trying to go too far down the millennial direction, but I do appreciate the GoPro though. The GoPro is amazing. Especially since I never would have had the cash available to drop for it.